Mr. Speaker, I'm afraid that the honourable gentleman is talking through the back of his neck. There is no threat to the Erasmus scheme. We will continue to participate. UK students will continue to be able to enjoy the benefits of exchanges with our European friends and partners, just as they will be able to continue to come to this country. Yeah. Right, Heather. Well, look, on Erasmus, it was a tough decision.
On the 21st of October 2020, Boris pulled us out of this agreement, contradicting the government's previous Erasmus promise. Today, we are launching our campaign to return the UK to the Erasmus scheme. Now, for 35 years, the Erasmus scheme ran in the UK, giving unprecedented opportunities to our citizens to study, train, teach, and experience life in other countries. Now, let's be clear, being in Erasmus has nothing to do with being in the EU. There are many non-EU countries involved. Leaving the Erasmus scheme was really just an act of sheer spite by this government when it came to some of the rhetoric around putting Brexit through the system. It mainly benefits those who are under 24, and nobody under 24 ever had a say anyway in whether or not we were to leave the European Union, let alone Erasmus. If we don't fix this, our connection to European universities, we will struggle to maintain Britain's global competitive advantage. Considering today's global issues of climate change, corporate exploitation, and challenging a pandemic, the importance of having students connect studying overseas has never been more important than now in terms of trying to expand global awareness. But what about the new scheme that's been launched in the UK? Doesn't that give identical benefits? Well, no, it doesn't. First of all, it excludes many of the people that were previously covered on Erasmus: trainees, teachers looking to explore new ways of teaching, or now ineligible to use the new scheme in order to try and get experiences abroad. And for the students still left, doesn't it give them more money? Well, the good news is, if you're going to study in Spain, you'll get an extra £18 a month on the new government scheme. But you have to pay your own tuition fees. Now, let's be clear, if you can find a college in Spain that charges less than £18 a month for tuition, I mean, just don't. You know it's going to be a con, just walk away. Now, the government argues that some of the most prestigious universities on the planet are just going to waive fees. Now, if you believe that, then I urge you to try the following experiment. Phone a few universities outside the UK, tell them you're British and thus you think you should be able to study for free, and again, let's see what response you get. Not only that, it's a benefit to our town centres. Erasmus students spend £250 million a year from studying in the UK. Couldn't we all do with that money back in our pockets? I want to say thank you for all our supporters. You signing up to Patreon has allowed us to start our goal of trying to rejoin Erasmus. We want to be hearing from the experiences of previous people studying on Erasmus and people who've been denied the ability to study on Erasmus, and we want to make sure that your stories are told. By signing up to Patreon, you help us do this. Thank you very much. So, what I'd ask you to do is please join us in our campaign to just return the UK to the Erasmus system, a proved method of getting it right when it comes to expanding student opportunities abroad. Sign our online petition at Action Storm and give our young people and our young citizens back some of the rights that, let's be honest, no one ever voted to take away from them in the first place. Thank you very much for listening.